you just finished optimizing your website to get found on Google. You did all the SEO things. You did keyword research. You updated your meta description. Your keyword is sprinkled throughout. You have alt text. You did it all. You run over to Google Analytics, but it looks exactly the same. You wait a week. You check again. The same. I know this can be so frustrating, but here's the deal, SEO takes time, but that doesn't mean you can't get traffic to your website while you're waiting on SEO to take over. So today I'm going to be talking about how to get traffic to your website while you're waiting to rank on Google. And make sure you stick around to the end because the last one is the fastest way to make it happen. We all know that SEO is the way to get found on Google, but SEO is a long-term driver that takes time. It can take 12 to 18 months to start ranking. If you're new here, my name's Tanya. I'm a musician, blogger, passive income, and SEO specialist. I've spent years learning how this works. And even with my website and my know-how, it still takes time to rank on Google because that's just how SEO is. It's a long-term strategy. That doesn't mean we want to wait 12 to 18 months to start seeing traffic because let's face it, we're an instant gratification society. I love being able to pick up my phone, purchase something, and it arrive on my doorstep the next day, and my blog is no different. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 ways that you can start getting traffic to your website while you're waiting on your SEO strategy to really kick in and take over. The first thing you can do is share your blog post with your email list. And if you don't have an email list, well, you need one and you should check out this video right here. But here's the deal. You don't just email your list and say, hey, I've got a new blog post. Because guess what? They're not going to click on it. That seems spammy. That's going to cause them to unsubscribe. And then you've lost your entire email list. Instead, you should do this. First of all, send an email talking about the topic your blog post is about. And I know what you're thinking. Well, if I tell them, they're not going to click through and read it. Wrong. Talk about what it's about. Give them the highlights, but not the good stuff. And then insert into your email. If you want to learn more about this and take a deep dive, check out this blog post I wrote. That's it. That's all it takes. They get the click, you get traffic to your website. You can also include it in your newsletter. If you have a monthly newsletter that goes out, you can even see what the latest on the blog is. I know with my newsletter, and if you're not signed up for it, I'll put a link in the description. But with my newsletter, I put out my most recent YouTube videos, my most recent blog posts, things that I am currently loving. And if you're into fountain pens, it's gonna show up in there, trust me, I'm a junkie. But that's gonna give them the opportunity to read your blog as well. And here's the thing, you can share that blog post more than one time. Sometimes I link to blog posts that I wrote 3 years ago because one, they're still relevant and they're relevant to what I'm talking about. Therefore, my audience is sending traffic to older posts because it's going to help them. Now, it's going to help me, but more importantly, it's going to help them because you have to remember your business is not about you. It's about the customers and clients that you help. And if it's not helpful, don't include it in the email. The second strategy you can use to start getting traffic to your blog now is Pinterest. Pinterest is a huge search engine in itself, and it's not just about pinning pretty pictures. And it can definitely help boost your blog, but you need to do a few things to make sure that you get that click through from Pinterest to your website. The first thing you need to do is make sure your website is verified. Pinterest tells you how to do this, and it usually results in redirecting a DNS record or adding a meta tag into your header. But get your website verified on Pinterest. That way, Pinterest knows that it's an actual website and it can help boost your pins in the algorithm. Secondly, your pins should be easy to read and have colors that really pop. And if you want to know if that beautiful pen you described is going to work for you, just try scrolling up and down on your computer and see if you can read it while scrolling. Because if you've ever been on Pinterest, my guess is you scroll and you scroll until something hits your eye. You don't sit there and look at every single pen you see. So you want to make sure that your pen designs pop and they're easy to read while scrolling, which means text needs to be bold and bright. Get rid of all of the pretty cursive curly Q letters because you can't read them when you're scrolling. You also want to make sure as part of your pin you include the link to the blog post. I know it's obvious, but if you forget and leave that out, all that time you spent on your pin description and designing your pin is completely wasted because no one can click through to your site. And another bonus, don't share infographics or give away too much information. You don't want Pinterest users to get everything they need from your pin. It's about how many times people click through to your website because that's the traffic you need to convert. And the third way, and probably the fastest to get traffic to your website, is through social media. Share your content, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, you know, the platform formerly known as Twitter. And you need to do it in a way that suits the platform. So if you're posting an Instagram reel, you can include, for a deep dive on this, click the link in my bio. So for example, this YouTube video, if it's a blog post, it's going to be 3 ways to get traffic while SEO is waiting to kick in. It might be a simple reel with that headline and someone going 1, 2, 3. Click the link in my bio to get a deep dive on exactly how to do this. Have call to action points that really help drive users to take that action. You can talk about the topic in your stories the exact same way, but if you're doing it in your stories, you have the opportunity to put the link to the blog post directly in the story. That makes it even easier on your followers. Feed post, same thing. Give a brief description, and for a deep dive, click the link in my bio. And if SEO is something you want to learn more about, make sure you watch this video. And until next time, peace out.